Hey guys, Vas here from Aussie Playground, and today I'm going to be taking up my new plane, which is the Turnigy Bonsai from Hobby King. Now this guy you get for about $30 wing only, and then you do have to install your own electrics. What I've done with mine is I've actually installed the electrics straight out of a Hobby King Fun Fighter, which is kind of like a bit of a warbird, and yeah, I ended up crashing it unfortunately because they are very tricky to fly, and ripped the electrics out of it. And kind of sat on the electrics for a long time not knowing what to do, and eventually I decided to put it into the Bonsai. I can tell you that this thing is an absolute beast, very fast, handles very well, and yeah, I'm going to put it in the air and show you how it goes. But before I do, just a few specs. The servos are the ones that I took out of the Fun Fighter, of course. So is the motor. The prop is a 5x5. Underneath I've got a 1000 milliamp 3S, and we've got the 20 amp ESC that came with the Fun Fighter. These little wires that you see here, this is to keep my electrics off the wet grass when I do fly early in the mornings and the grass is a little bit wet. I decided to put this on here just to avoid the electrics from getting wet. And I've also put some extra carbon fiber spars on the front of the nose here, as well as on my what are they called? I forget now, the ailerons, I think they're called. And yeah, I've got my low voltage alarm set up there. Oh, before I go, I have crashed it once before, and the prop did eat away a little bit at the foam, but nothing that epoxy can't fix. So anyway, let's put this guy in the air. Alright, let's slow this guy down a little bit because I know that this is hard to see, especially against the blue sky. I'm going to try and keep it fairly close to me so you guys can still see it. There is a little bit of a breeze, I guess you call it wind even, coming from my right. But you can see just how easy this thing is to fly. Keeping it nice and close, slow to the ground. There it is there. Now, vertical until you either lose sight of it or you lose range, I think. Crazy, unlimited vertical. This is power off, I'm just gliding it down. Here it comes, giving it a little bit of gas now. Whoa, really low to the ground there. Beautiful plane to fly. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed when I was doing the intro, I got a little piece of Lexan in front of my receiver. That is just for aerodynamics. I guess you call it a gimmick. Maybe it's doing something, maybe it's not, but I kind of didn't like the receiver kind of sticking out on top of the wing, so I decided to do something about it, and I put a little bit of Lexan in there just to yeah, guide the air around the receiver, I guess. Alright, now as far as speed, I'm going to flip it around here. We're going to go down from this side. Sorry if the sun's in the way. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to no, I'm not. I was going to go full throttle then, but decided not to. Let me try that again. I usually go the other way, but I guess if I go around this side I should be able to pull it off. There we go, full speed. That gives you an idea of how fast this thing goes. Even against the wind, it goes very nicely. Easing off the power as I make the turn there. Back on the power again, and straight up. Inverted, does fly inverted pretty decently. I'm going really slow there, doing some rolls. I will bring it back now and actually show you how quick this thing rolls. To fly one of these, highly recommend a computerized radio, because you will of course need delta mixing for starters, and you do need something with expo. I'm running about 60% expo and my endpoints are about 80%. And I'm going to show you just how quick this thing will roll. So here we go, straight up, roll. So not super fast. I have done it at 100%, and you lose orientation very quickly. So not ideal. But yeah, for $30 plus electrics, and you don't have to spend big dollars on electrics, not even the batteries are that expensive. This is probably the most fun you're going to have. Okay, so I think we've seen enough of this on 3S. Let's land this guy, and I'll show you how it goes on 4S. Power off, let it glide in, nice and easy. Not a problem. Okay, let's go 4S. Okay, now I'm not going to lie to you guys, 4S is, how can I put this? Mental? It's probably a good way to describe it. Let me give you an idea of speed. Against the wind. I don't even think you guys can see that far, but I'll try and do it a bit closer. I just don't want to hit that post. Let me see if I can do one straight at us. My God. There's that crazy roll rate. Okay, it's up against the blue sky. I know you probably can't see it very well. Cruising by, I'm going to punch it. Wow. Now on 4S I've got an 850 milliamp nanotech. I think it's a 45C or 50C or something along those lines. I can't quite remember. I originally bought it for the Fun Fighter and I never thought it would actually work on this plane, but it does. And it has a lot of power. I mean, it is more than anybody could possibly need. It is insane. So let me just land this thing safely. There we go. All right, I think I'm going to leave it here. There is my initial flight and review of the Turnigy Bonsai from Hobby King. If you guys want to grab yourselves one and you want to get the setup that I've got in this, check the video description. I'll have links in there for everything. There's that little piece of Lexan that I was telling you about. Another cool tip as well, guys, is it comes with this little bit of foam on the end here. Hopefully you can see it on camera. And it does get torn up quite a bit. What I've done is I've actually hot glued a piece of Lexan on top. That prevents it from getting damaged and ripped apart and so forth when you come in for landing. So, but even the 4S, I mean, it stands out quite a fair bit above that. 3S's obviously are a lot easier to do. That's it. I'm going to leave it here. Thanks for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up before you go, and I'll catch you next time.